Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Sweaty Hero Comic Bargains. Here's another pile that I found for only a quarter, and so a lot of cool miscellaneous stuff. So here we go. Alpha Flight. Some old issues of Alpha Flight. This is the Canadian super team that X-Force. So this is Aquaman, newer one. A reprint of The Authority #1, which will soon be a movie as of this video. All Out Avengers, which I put under Avengers All Out in terms of alphabetizing it. Same thing with Secret Avengers. Batman Fortress. I Am Batman with the Luke Fox Batman. This is a couple Batmans from the Night Ends era, which are pretty cool. Cardstock cover. Again, I recommend, this is a $6.99 cardstock cover. I found it at a quarter bin. So don't buy variant covers if you're thinking of going up a value. Brightest Day was a fun miniseries. Comics Greatest World. I guess not so great because most people don't know these characters. But it was Dark Horse attempting to do a superhero universe back in the 90s. DC Lazarus Planet. An issue of Doom Patrol from the 90s. Or is it 80s? Sorry. Alric, the White Wolf. That just accidentally got in there, actually. 52, the miniseries, was a 52 issue long miniseries. It had nothing to do with New 52. That was many years later, but it was a great series. Spoiler for those who don't want to ruin issue 51 of something that's been out for since 2007. But I love this issue because it has Mr. Mind turns into a giant Capone and says, "A nice universe. I'm so hungry I could eat a universe. I'll start with yours." Awesome. Issue of Firefly. Maybe I should check out what value this is. Is Firestorm versus the Weasel, who was in the Suicide Squad movie. It's a nice cover though. The artwork by Raphael Kayanan. Not really know him for much. I've known him as a fill-in artist. Firestorm again. The Flash. Forceworks. We got some of the Forceworks, which were basically what happened to Avengers West Coast in the 90s. A whole bunch of those. The Fantastic Four spin-off. Future Foundation. I should try and get you the number so you can find it out. JCPD, which is Gotham City. Police, which would probably go under Batman, Gotham City, because I like filing all Batman miscellaneous together. Green Lantern Emerald Dawn, which is a miniseries from the 80s. Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, I ignore the all new and the title. Hawk and Dove. Based on the video game Injustice. And then we got some Justice League from the newer ones. Around the 2020 era. 2019-2020 era. Justice League Dark. Based on the cartoon Justice League Unlimited. There you can see the Supergirl in her white and blue costume, which was pretty fun. And I like that cartoon version of Supergirl, even though I kind of obviously would have wished for the Silver Age costume. Marvel Team Up, which was one of the reboots of Marvel Team Up, where they did not Spider-Man, because Marvel Team Up usually was Spider-Man Team Up. And Boom Studios has done a long run with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, using the original characters from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers show. New adventures. Power Pack with the Punisher And is that Black Widow? That looks like Black Widow. No, Dakota North. If you don't know who Dakota North is, who's the girl on the motorcycle, she's a private investigator. She's kind of like Jessica Jones, I guess. But another character where you don't even have to tie it into the multiverse or Marvelverse if they didn't want to. Quasar. Ravage 2099, which was written by Stan Lee. One of the last things. Secret Wars, not the 80s version, but the one that was more the 2000. I don't remember when the year was for this. 2015. Probably what they'll do is take both storylines and merge it into one when they make a Marvel movie. I love Silver Sable. I love the character. I think she's cool. Silver Sable was going to be a movie. Why is there not a Silver Sable movie? It's so easy. She's just a mercenary. She's female James Bond. She's cool. Well, not female James Bond. There's more to the character than that. She's a mercenary. She's an assassin. She's a daughter of royalty in Siberia, which is like a fictional Russian type country. We got Spider-Man 2099. We got lots of cool Star Trek. That's the Son of Kirk. I'll have to find out why he's in there, because obviously, spoiler alert for Star Trek 2 fans, he died in Star Trek 2 Wrath of Khan in the 80s. These comic books take place in between the various Star Trek movies of the 80s and 90s. Cool. And we have some Next Generation here as well. Oh, this Star Trek somehow should have been before it, probably. And oh, cool! Look at this. This one, Batman Returns. That's all it shows for the. This is the movie poster for Batman Returns. That's cool. Star Trek Next Generation. And Star Trek Next Generation. We got another Star Trek Next Generation. Star Trek Next Generation. Star Trek C-3PO. This one is Star Wars The Mandalorian, which is actually an adaptation of the Mandalorian show, but it's also the first appearance of the Mandalorian. But this is not a perfect copy. There's a little dent there. Was probably an overstock. This is considered a variant edition. I suspect that in the future this will be a key book, but right now I found it for a quarter. So, Cloak and Dagger and Doctor Strange and Strange Tales. Suicide Squad. Bendis Superman, which most people don't like Bendis Superman. Why John Kent returns as a teenager, I don't know. I think he went to go to the Legion of Superheroes for many years. But wouldn't many people be asking, like, what happened to Clark Kent's kid? You know, like, why is Clark Kent's kid, he was 10, now he's been gone. Where did he disappear to? Like, what do you tell people? Like, he died, like, I don't know. I'll have to find out. Superman, Elseworld. Swamp Thing. Oh, this is by Alan Moore. Cool. Telos. Titans. Annual. Or special, it says. IDW Transformers. Based on the TV show The Twilight Zone. This was a comic from, I guess, the 80s or 90s. Independent comic book called Underground. I don't know what it's about. That's another one I accidentally got. X-Men. When you're running out of time and you're like, just fill the box, you just grab a few thinking that it's like a run of like something, but then you realize, crap, there's some miscellaneous thing in the middle of it. So just remember that when you're grabbing. Take your time. Take your time. Otherwise you might find out afterwards, crap, I grabbed 3 copies of this comic. I didn't want 3 copies, I just wanted 1. And X-Men 2099. I like that cover. It kind of reminds me of Blight from Batman Beyond. The villain from Batman Beyond. So that's another video under 10 minutes. More to come soon. Thank you, and stay sweaty.